Hi everybody, Mr. C here. How are we all today? Right, we're going to look here again, okay, Chorus and Queen. Check out the words that I asked you to listen out for. Alright, and I've got them all tucked away in here somewhere. Here we go. Now, I reckon there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the section I read to you. I know the best way to keep you quiet, said the Queen. You can answer some questions for a change. We will have a quiet quiz. What a good idea, whispered the King to himself. Quite brilliant. Follow me, cried the Queen. The quads formed a queue behind her as they all went upstairs into the Queen's quiet room. So, I think the words that we need to look out for there with the qu sounds were quiet, Queen, questions, quiz, quite, quads, queue. Yep. Did you manage to get all those? Sure you did. So we're going to put that one away, and we're going to pick up the next one in the. If you think where have we got the alphabet now? Pardon me. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R. And here he is. Yeah. The rascally robber Red. Robber Red and the robot. Listen, there's lots of words in this story that start with the sound. Robber Red. Here we go. Robber Red was feeling cross. All day he had searched for things to rob, but he could not find anything. As he ran back to his hideout, empty-handed, he nearly tripped over some bits of metal lying by the road. Robber Red stopped and looked at them. They will never make me rich, he thought, but maybe I could make something with them. So he picked up all the bits of metal and he ran the rest of the way home. Back in his hideout, Robber Red had a really good idea. I know, he cried. I'll make a metal robot. Then it can do all my robbing for me. So he set to work. All night long, Robber Red hammered the bits of metal together. Soon his robot was nearly ready. On its chest he put 3 red buttons. The first button said run, the second button said rob, and the third button said return. Robber Red pressed the run button to see if it worked. His robot ran around perfectly. Then he pressed all 3 buttons. The robot raced off like a rocket. Robber Red was so excited that he could hardly wait for his robot to return. If my robot can rob as well as he can run, I'm going to be rich, 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 he cried. Soon his robot came racing back. In its hand was a radio. Great, growled Robber Red, and he hid the radio in a secret room in his hideout. He pressed the buttons again, and off went the robot, racing down the road. Soon it was back, this time with a bright red ruby ring. Wow, how the ring sparkled in the sunshine. Remarkable, thought Robber Red. Then, this robot is better at robbing than I am. Before long, Robber Red's secret room was full of things his robot had robbed from people all over Letterland. There were radios and rulers, roller skates and reading books, not to mention the quarrelsome Queen's ruby ring. Robber Red ran around with delight. My robot will make me rich, 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 he shouted. Every day, Robber Red sent his robot out to rob. His secret room soon grew fuller and fuller, but the people in Letterland were very, very unhappy. We must stop the robot, they cried. So they held a meeting. Nearly everyone in Letterland was there. Stop the robot from robbing, they cried angrily, but nobody knew how. Then Mr. I had an idea. First, he said, we must stop the robot from running. Then he won't be able to rob us any more. Just leave this to me, said Fireman Fred. I will catch this rascal. The next morning, Fireman Fred hid behind a bush by the road to Robber Red's hideout. He waited for the robot to appear. Soon it came rushing down the road on its way to rob some breakfast rolls from the Queen's kitchen. Just as the robot was about to run past, Fireman Fred popped up from behind the bush and sprayed foam from his hose all over the road. The robot slipped and slithered, and crash it went over flat on its back. Soon everyone was crowding around. "We've got him!" they cried. "Well done, Fireman Fred. But now what do we do with him?" asked Dippy Duck. "Let Ellie Elephant squirt water over him," shouted Quarrelsome Queen. "That will make him too rusty to run." "No, that's not right," said Hairy Hatman. "The best way to stop him robbing is to reprogram him." "But how?" cried Dippy Duck. "I know," said Clever Cat. "Let's remove the rob button and see what happens." So Ticking Tom fetched his toolbox and the reprogramming began. Ticking Tom removed the red button, rob button, very carefully and put some tape over the hole. Then he put the robot back in its feet again. It stood there smiling happily. "Now what?" asked Bouncy Ben. "Well, we can't just leave him here or Robber Red will find him." "I think I know," said Clever Cat, and she gently pushed the return button. Right away the robot raced off up the road the way he had coming. "Where's he going?" they all cried. Clever Cat smiled knowingly. "We'll just have to wait and see," she said. Meanwhile, Robber Red was getting very annoyed. "Where can that robot be?" he growled. Suddenly he saw the robot running up the road, but it was empty-handed. Why haven't you robbed anything?" shouted Robber Red angrily. But the robot didn't reply. Instead, it rushed right past him into his hideout. Before Robber Red could even blink, the robot had grabbed everything from the secret room. It took the radios and rulers, it took the roller skates and the reading books, and even the ruby ring. Then it ran back down the road. Robber Red turned bright red with rage when he realized what was happening. The robot was returning everything to its rightful owners. "Roared Robber Red. "They've ruined my robot. Now I'll never be rich." And he roared so loud that everyone in Letterland could hear him. "He's really in a rage," they said as the robot ran round giving everything back. "His robot will never rob anyone again," said Ticking Tom. "Now all we need to do is think of a really good way to reprogram Robber Red." The end. Dear me, old Robber Red thought he'd got a really good plan there, didn't he? The Clever Cat, that's why they call her clever, came up with a better idea. Okay, I'm going to read some words. Got your pencils and paper ready? We're listening for the R sound, like in red and robber. Here we go. Robber Red was feeling cross. All day he had searched for things to rob, but he could not find anything. As he ran back to his hideout empty-handed, he nearly tripped over some bits of metal lying by the road. Robber Red stopped and looked at them. "They will never make me rich," he thought, "but maybe I could make something with them." So he picked up all the bits of metal and ran the rest of the way home. That was quite a lot of words there, okay? So see how many you could find there that started with that sound. Okay, so goodbye to Robber Red and the robot. And goodbye from Mrs. E. Take care. Bye.